WCPT Willow Springs, and online at WCPT820.com, where facts matter.
Hey folks, it's Richard Chu, also known as Bad, the Black Asian Dude. Yes, we're on the family meeting, but right now, you've probably heard about my new show, Chu's Views, Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. on WCPT. Chu's Views is about pragmatic, progressive conversation with a bit of smash mouth talk. Tune in, 6 a.m. to 8 a.m., Monday through Friday on WCPT, Progressive Talk.
Hi, my name is Audrey Wilson, and I'm the president and CEO of the Shriver Center on Poverty Law. You can visit us at www.povertylaw.org. Hey, cousins. Now it's time for the Family Meeting News.
I'm Michelle Peltier. Here's what we're following on the Family Meeting. Remember, August is Black Business Month, so our spotlight for today is Chicago native and former technology strategist Daryl Spencer transformed Crown Skin from an ambitious idea into an 8-figure men's grooming business. Through cologne-infused skincare, memorable fragrance storytelling, and a digital-first strategy, the brand has captured attention across TikTok, climbed Amazon's rankings, and helped spark a broader conversation about luxury self-care for men of color. After introducing Crown Skin to millions of viewers on Shark Tank, Spencer is now expanding the company beyond skincare and into fragrance and lifestyle products. His larger ambition is not merely to generate viral moments, it is to build an enduring, globally recognized Black-owned brand. Daryl said, "We built Crown Skin with storytelling at its core. That allowed us to create meaningful relationships with our customers rather than simply acquiring transactions. The goal is not simply to generate another viral video, it is to create customers who proudly introduced Crown Skin to someone else." Shark Tank amplified awareness, but it did not build Crown Skin. Long term, we are not simply building individual products. We are creating a fragrance wardrobe centered on confidence, ritual, and self-expression. Very exciting. The Hyde Park Jazz Festival is pleased to announce the 2026 lineup. The 20th anniversary festival will once again be held in architecturally unique venues across the Hyde Park, Kenwood, and Washington Park neighborhoods. The festival lineup features 37 free performances on September 26 and 27, 2026. The program includes visiting national artists alongside some of Chicago's brightest lights. Venues include Smart Museum, Rockefeller Chapel, Reba and David Logan Center for the Arts, Hyde Park Bank, Hyde Park Union Church, and the DuSable Black History Museum and Education Center. Okay, very interesting. More than a week after severe storms knocked out power across northwest Indiana on August 11th, some Gary residents could be without electricity for more than 2 weeks as restoration efforts stretch into Tuesday, August 25th. Northern Indiana Public Service Company's website indicated on Thursday, August 20th, that power in parts of Gary may not be restored until Tuesday. The damage has also made restoration difficult. Utility crews are working to repair nearly 300 damaged power poles, according to CBS News Chicago, while downed trees and debris continue to complicate repairs. The Aetna neighborhood was among the hardest hit, with large trees and debris still lining some streets. Please visit our webpage, tfmradioshow.com. You can subscribe and follow us on Fanbase, Threads, TikTok, Spoutable, Blue Sky, and Twitter. Also subscribe and follow our YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook channels to view us live when we are on the air. You can also listen to a repeat of the show every Tuesday on WARRradio.com, 1520 AM, 103.5 FM, where North Carolina comes to listen. We'll be right back.
Hey, Family Meeting cousins. As you know, we've created a Patreon Family Meeting subscription and membership page to include you great listeners in our effort and give you a chance to very economically promote your business, organization, or local event. You can contribute as little as $5 per month to get your message out and support the Family Meeting as a viable voice. We know you appreciate our permanent interest dialogue, get up and dance playlist, and our great guests who stop by. So become a cousin and go to our website, tfmradioshow.com, and click the link.
Hi, this is Tommy Nelson. Visit me at A Custom Cabinet Design, Facebook.com. I listen to the family meeting.
This is Tanisha K. Brooks, teacher for the Great Ann Arbor Public Schools, where Wolverines rule. I'm listening to the family meeting.
Yeah, say that fast 3 times. Where Wolverines rule. Go ahead, try it.
No.
No, that'll make you look silly, won't it? Welcome to the galactic headquarters of the family meeting. It is family meeting time, y'all. I'm your boy E. That voice you heard earlier was Michelle. Michelle, thank you so much for the news.
You're welcome.
And for reminding people where to find us on social media. She told you already, so I ain't finna tell you again. Also, be sure to visit our website, tfmradioshow.com. Archive broadcasts are there. Our music playlist is there, and a link to the live video of this broadcast is there right now. That's tfmradioshow.com. While you're there, make sure you check out our voter countdown clock. Yeah, that's our customer service, our community service thing that we do. So you know what's on your ballot no matter where you live. You can do that today, tfmradioshow.com. In the space shuttle cockpit, everybody's favorite porno star.
He's not a porno star.
Everybody's favorite porno star.
Not a porno star.
I think he is, though.
No, he's not.
Weren't you? Yeah, he was.
No, he was
He's very
not.
proud of this. He's proud of his career. It's Bobby Longstroke. That's right.
Devin.
Yeah. The number is 773-763-9278, 773-763-9278. We were caught in traffic. Somebody in the people in Chicago drive terribly anyway.
Think so?
It's just terrible. I mean, what pisses me off the most is the number of people who drive in the passing lane.
Isn't that everywhere? That's not a Chicago thing, is it?
On the East Coast, they don't do that on the East Coast. They don't, and if they are doing it, you can flash them and you can see them say, oh, my bad, and they'll move over and let you get through. In Chicago, nope, especially them damn Indiana drivers. I guess they're fleeing the dark in Indiana right now.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, because it's dark
Bless
there.
their hearts. That's the shame.
Yeah, no lights on there.
No food.
Kind of a shame that it's mostly black city that they're doing. Is that a coincidence?
I don't know. Is it?
I don't know. Just saying. I don't know who else doesn't have lights other than the mostly black city. Do you know?
I don't know.
Me either. Can't pass the judgment on that without knowing, right?
That's right.
That's right. That's right. That's what happens sometimes. So, of course, I didn't have a chance to think about anything.
Of course
course
because
not.
you were white knuckle driving.
No, but you know what's been pissing me off this week, though, is
What?
what's that strange-looking dude from Louisiana who's supposed to be a Democratic campaign strategist? You know what I'm talking about. What's his name? Funny-looking, Skeletor-looking face, old dude. He ran the Clinton campaign, I think. Or was involved.
Oh,
that dude.
from
See?
Louisiana?
From Louisiana. He's more of a character than he is a thought leader.
I took a workshop from him 30 years ago.
Is that right?
Yeah, excuse me. Yeah.
Was it good?
It actually was. He was current then.
Yeah. He was current then. Mm-hmm. What does that mean?
That he's not current now.
Current now. Okay, there you go. He's kind of the go-to guy that the media likes to go to to be the barometer of or the acid test for are you really a Democrat?
He's that's why I'm saying he's not current anymore.
No. I was watching Jeffrey Sachs. I don't know if you know who Jeffrey Sachs is. He's a professor, thought leader, dude. Look him up. You can look him up.
James Carville.
James Carville, that dude. Yes.
I had to look it up.
They look to him to be the arbiter for who is, in fact, a real Democrat.
He's not the one to ask.
Well, that's what the media does now because that's what the Democrats prefer for him to do that. So Jeffrey Sachs was talking about how all the crazy things you see going on and how the media participates in the stupidity. I mean, the man, the imbecile that y'all elected to the White House was talking about killing everybody in Iran. Mm-hmm. Killing everybody in Iran. Mm-hmm. And all the media could do was kind of contemplate, well, you think he'll do it? You think he will? What are the chances he will?
I'm so sick of all of that.
Or they'll ask the question, isn't that a war crime? Is he allowed to do that?
Yes, it is a war crime. Yeah, I mean, yeah. It's
Instead of
irritating.
saying, that's insanely stupid.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I mean, Eric, they've been doing this for a while now.
I mean, I'm reiterating the fact that yes, they have been doing it and they're still doing it.
Yeah,
No
they're not
matter
gonna
the
stop.
fact.
There's no reason for them to.
Right. Well, right. No matter the fact that we've been talking about them in this way for a decade, about how they're willing participants in the stupidity that goes on in this country. But more importantly, the word that kind of struck me this week was the word political leader, specifically the word leader. And it's my understanding, and please, Michelle, correct me if I'm wrong. I shouldn't even have to tell you that because I know you would do that.
Of course, I don't even know.
That was stupid. You shouldn't have ever said that. You're an imbecile. You'll do that for me.
I don't talk to people like you talk to people. I would never say that to you about yourself.
Because you'd be in a fight. That's why.
Well, because I don't think you're stupid. You may have a lapse in judgment every now and then, but you're not stupid.
And you'd be in a fight.
I can fight now. We can scrap.
Okay, whatever. So, political leaders, and somehow or another, I shouldn't even use the phraseology somehow or another. These least among us who we've decided to elect to govern have begun to and have adopted the title of political leader.
Are you talking about someone specific?
No, just people who we elect are oftentimes referred to, and they welcome the characterization of a political leader, right? And that's not everybody. I'm not trying to make a blanket statement, but too often, I think.
As opposed to what? Being public servants, being political servants?
No, I think that I would prefer elected representative.
I see.
Right?
Sure.
Because the theory is, and again, correct me if I'm wrong, is they're supposed to represent
yes,
the people who've elected them.
Yes.
So
they're our voice, yes.
They're our voice, right. So in theory, even if they had an opposing view to a particular subject, if they're the representative of us, then they vote in the affirmative to what we represent.
Right. Well, there used to be an exchange, right? So if your representative because they have inside baseball that we, as the constituent base, might not be privy to. That's when they used to have town hall meetings so that they could talk to their constituents about why they thought that this vote was better than what we, the people,
right, what we want. As a community,
Yes.
If you're talking about a congressman, the 700,000 and change people
Yes.
who you represent, then in theory, that person goes and votes on policy that's representative of what his or her constituents.
right, that represents what
regardless
we want.
of how they personally feel.
Yeah, their person is not supposed to.
Not supposed to.
At all. It's supposed to be what is better for the constituent base.
Okay, but
Full stop.
And it shouldn't be that elected official's decision. And I'm talking strictly in theory now, right? Okay.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be their decision what they think is best. It should be what we feel.
Right. Unless, as I pointed out earlier, they have some inside information that we, as general public,
Right. I'm
aren't
talking
privy
about
to.
just in the purest sense. I understand that there are issues for which we may not have top secret information and so on and so forth.
Right.
Right. So in
but
those
they're
cases,
still working on our benefit.
right, as it relates to domestic policy, right?
Right.
If we're talking about funding for education, and
Right.
things like that,
Yeah.
we're read in on.
Yep.
They're supposed to represent us.
Yes.
But too often, when selecting an elected official, what we do is we try to figure out the person who who thinks similar to us.
Right. Has our same values.
Right.
Term
Right.
you
And that's
use.
important because it helps them move further along in understanding who we are and voting in our favor. But it feels like it moved too far that direction, that us as voters, we're trying to find people who align with us instead of finding people who will represent us. And I may be making a subtle difference here.
You are making it. That's a fine line. Yeah.
It is. I get that. But in the purest sense, They're supposed to represent us.
Yeah, that's all they're supposed to do.
Right. And again, in the purest sense, if they personally disagree with something, but the majority agrees with something, then they should vote according to the majority, not to how they feel.
Correct.
Right. So if the majority of people don't want Congress insider trading on stock, if the majority of their constituents feel that way, then that's how they should vote. If the majority of their constituents don't want the terrorist state of Israel killing children, then they should vote against funding and arming Israel to kill children. That's what they should do
Yeah.
if they're representing us.
Yes.
Because I hear them walking around the halls of Congress talking about what their personal values are.
Well, you know,
Which shouldn't matter, right? Their personal, well, it should matter. I shouldn't say it that way. But what really matters is who they represent.
I think that Citizens United changed all of that when they put money into politics, and they didn't feel like they were beholden to the people anymore because the people couldn't give them as much money as these special interest groups. Mm-hmm. And because, I said before, I come from a politically aware family. We were talking about politics and government since I could remember.
Right.
And I remember that it was important when a representative spoke, he or she was speaking on behalf of his constituent base. A lot of them don't even use that language anymore.
Right. Which is my point.
Yeah.
They vote according to their values.
Yeah.
Not their constituents' values.
Whoever they're getting the money from, that value.
That values, right. So what I want to do is lay the groundwork here today.
Okay.
Right, because I'm going to piss y'all off again.
Well,
today.
what's new?
Right, what's new? Well, welcome to the family meeting, right? Here come Uncle Eric again. You know he drank a lot, right? So
That's the bad part about it. You don't.
It feels like what we're seeing is what it looks like when the people that are supposed to advocate for your permanent interests don't in a way that you prefer. What it looks like when you do something about that. And I'm talking specifically about watching the Democratic Socialists around the country be elected, right? So, and then I'm watching the corporate Democrats push back, like your boy Carville, like they aren't real Democrats. So my question is, what the hell is a real Democrat, and who is the arbiter of that? So, all right, so I hear people oftentimes talking about this crazy ass John Fetterman dude. Right?
Oh, don't get me started on him.
Okay, so the first thing that comes out of your mouth is he's not a real Democrat.
Right.
Right.
He misrepresented himself.
Okay. I'm glad you said that. See? I'm glad you said that. So if he votes 90% in favor or with Democrats, take him out of the picture. Anybody who votes 90% plus with Democrats, are they a Democrat?
I was going to say, can you use Fetterman as that example?
I'm not going to use him as an example. I'm just saying anybody who votes 90% with Democrats, are they a Democrat? I'm asking rhetorically. You don't need to answer that. You can if you want, but you don't need to. What is a Democrat? If the polling that I've seen says that the majority of those polled who characterize themselves as Democrats support Medicare for all.
Yeah.
Let's be clear. Medicare for all is not some big policy change. It's just changing the age for which you're eligible for Medicare from mid-60s to 0. That's all it is. Your boy Hakeem Jeffries comes on some show the other day and says he's not in favor.
Yeah, I saw that.
So if all of his constituents are in support of it and he's not, is he a Democrat?
Yes, he's a Democrat.
Okay,
just like, I mean, you're talking about the Democrats doing that, and I know that's where you want to stay, but Republicans aren't listening to their constituents either.
See where you went there? So this is the ground rule, right? Just because you've got something critical to say about Democrats does not mean you support Republicans.
Did I say you did?
I didn't say you did. I'm just saying for those who want to go there, that doesn't mean that. So you can't call here today. You can't email us. You can't get on Michelle's fancy little text thing and say, what you going to do then? You're just going to vote Republican? That's not the answer.
Well, then what's the answer?
That's not the response either. That's not the response either. The answer is what we see going on with Democratic Socialists actually advocating for policy. So it's really difficult to say, yeah, go to break. I got to see, all of a sudden it's flowing, right? There was a time in this country where, and this is what Republicans use all the time, that Democrats advocated for slavery. All right? Watch this, though. Watch how I do this. That changed.
Correct.
It shifted. It changed.
Yes.
You can argue when it changed or when it didn't change or who was the nexus for that, but it changed.
Right.
It is proof that. And at the same time, Republicans fought against slavery, but it changed. So that's proof positive, at least in my mind, that parties change.
Of course they do.
They change.
But there was a reason why there was a shift. We don't have anything. We don't have a place to go to.
I get that. I get that
Because
there's
Republicans,
a reason. There's a reason they change.
They're only for 10 people.
But parties can change, though.
Parties can change, but not this one. They're going to have to recreate something completely different.
They would argue that Republicans came into existence with Lincoln, so that's a different story. But the point is that as a policy matter, these parties change.
Right. But there was something to change too.
Mm-hmm. I get that. They change them. They change.
Well, they're changing now.
Let's talk about political gangs a bit more so that y'all can call and fuss at me today. Can we do that?
You just like that.
Oh, I do, because I feel like this time is making my point that I've been trying to make to y'all who try to drag me all the time. Let's talk about it, y'all. 773-763-9278. Stay tuned for more of The Family Meeting.
I was cruising with my favorite gang. The place was so boring, filled without a towners touring. I knew that it wasn't my thing. I really wasn't caring, but I felt my eyes staring at a guy who stuck out in the crowd.
Hi, this is Valerie Simutis, and I am on the Executive Board for Women's March Illinois. Keep listening to The Family Meeting.
And a face that would make any man proud. Oh, what wow. He's the greatest dancer. Oh, what wow. That I've ever seen. Oh, what
The Law Office of Darnell Lyles is ready to help you. Whether it's personal injury, criminal, DUI, and OWI, nursing home, product liability, it doesn't matter. Call 219-939-9LAW. That's 219-939-9529. That's right. When you're driving and get into a wreck.
you better call Darnell.
Had a few drinks too many? A cop hits you with a DUI or OWI?
Think you better call Darnell.
Arrested and facing criminal charges, misdemeanor or felony?
I think you better call Darnell.
Purchase a product that causes you or a loved one harm? Ha!
I think you better call Darnell.
When your loved one is neglected and abused in a nursing home?
I think you better call Darnell.
That's right, you better call Attorney Darnell Lyles and get represented right. And the first consultation is free. Yes, free. So call right now. 219-939-9LAW. That's 219-939-9529. Attorney Darnell Lyles. Darnell Lyles.
Calling all valued members of the American Veterinary Medical Association, or AVMA. Your future retirement goals can be achieved. Introducing the AVMA Retirement Plan, tailored to meet the distinct needs of veterinarians with streamlined administration and reduced burdens. Vets enjoy unrivaled benefits that include service provider oversight, knowledgeable expert investment guidance, and delegated fiduciary services. Veterinarians who use this plan can say goodbye to annual retirement plan audits and annual retirement plan tax reporting. Veterinarians, you can enjoy retirement your way with customizable plans to suit your practice's unique structure. From eligibility to vesting schedules and more, elevate your retirement journey with AVMA's specialized plan. Learn more by sending an email to polaris@polarisadvice.com. Secure your veterinary legacy starting today. Email us at polaris@polarisadvice.com. Securities offered through LendStreet Financial LLC, member FINRA and SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through Polaris Wealth Management LLC. Polaris Wealth Management and Mind Street are not affiliated.
Hey Chicago, are you always on the go? Take the new Shy 311 app with you to find the information that you need, submit non-emergency city service requests, and much more. Download the new Shy 311 app, built with Chicagoans for Chicagoans. That's Shy 311 on the App Store or Google Play, or check it out online at 311.chicago.gov. Stay informed with Shy 311. It's your gateway to Chicago services.
Yes. It's me again. And I'm back. Woo.
This is Robert Orr. Welcome back to the Family Meeting.
773-763-9278. 773-763-9278 is the number. So I feel like this is the moment, Michelle. This is that moment, you see. Because I live by and I adopted the philosophy of Bob Johnson, the founder of BET. And I heard him say once, and I'm sure he's not the first to say it. I don't have any permanent friends or permanent enemies, just permanent interests. And what should matter, and I'm living ideally right in this moment, I'm living ideally. What should matter is policy, not party. Understanding that there's one party who will most often advocate for our permanent interests. I get that. But what you watch is this dude, Carville, and the rest of his merry band of clowns trying to push us all into this political gang warfare. Who's a Democrat, who's not a Democrat, participating in these purist tests that any number of people want to apply to a given candidate. And for me, the purist test is, do you advocate for my permanent interests?
Let me just say this. I think that it might be true. I'm hoping that it is, that just because the media puts these people in front of us does not mean that Democrats think that what James Carville is saying is gospel. I don't think, he's on the airwaves and, whatever, but I don't think people care about what he's saying. I don't think people are paying attention to it. Those of us who are in the grind.
Well, that's why I hate using nouns, because if you pick a person, then that person becomes the focus. Well, but I don't mean to dump on him, because the guy who's the governor of Pennsylvania did the same thing. They're not Democrats. Be a Democrat. I don't forget who it was that said, listen, why run in Democratic primaries if you're not a Democrat? If you're a Democratic socialist, form your own party.
Yeah, see, those people aren't speaking for the rest of us, though. Those are from the old guard. Those are people that are not in the trenches and don't understand the sea change.
I hear you, but my point is that you can watch them fight to continue to encourage you to participate in this political gang warfare.
Yeah, but they're fighting amongst themselves. They're not fighting with us, is my point to you.
But they're actually not fighting.
They're trying to make us fight.
Right, that's my point.
But we're not fighting. Otherwise, these candidates wouldn't be winning.
That's the thing, though. We kind of are. We're
going on and voting for these people anyway. They're winning.
Yeah. So what's interesting to me is to watch them try to make us fight. And there's some people among us who participate in that. I hear people all the time proclaim themselves a Democrat or a Republican. Why would you do that? Why would you ever do that? I mean, present company notwithstanding. Why would you ever do that unless you're participating in the gang warfare that they're trying to encourage? You can't have me as a part of your gang unless you advocate for my permanent interests. Both go together. I can't just be a part of your gang because that's the gang we're supposed to be a part of.
That's not why people are Democrats and Republicans, though.
Too many are, though.
I mean,
the whole vote blue no matter who.
Well,
routine?
we have to do that now. We absolutely have to do that to get rid of this riffraff right now. We do not have a choice.
But you can watch them trying to push you, using this dude Carville and others to push people who are not as read in as you and I into this political gang stuff.
Let's talk about the black woman who just won from, come on, Eric.
In Florida?
Yes.
Yeah, was running for Senate?
Yes.
Yeah.
She had no money for a commercial. Nobody wanted her to win.
That's my point.
But she won by 13 points. That is my point.
Okay, you're making both of our points then, because the argument that candidates try to make is we need money.
She didn't.
That's my point. That's my point. So you got people like Hakeem Jeffries, who probably got money from the healthcare lobby.
For sure.
And thus is not advocating for Medicare for all. Because he got money from the healthcare lobby, because he thinks he needs money.
And you know what? He's probably going to lose, too.
I don't think he'll lose. Not where he is.
We'll see.
Not where he is.
We'll see.
He might lose the speakership.
For I
But I don't think he'll lose his office.
Speakership is important to him.
It seems like it's the only thing that matters to him.
And he might lose that. And so, you know what? It's time for all of them to go. And we, the voters, are making that choice.
That's what I've been saying.
I'm so proud
y'all
of
been dragging me
the
for
voters.
For saying that. Now Michelle says it, and y'all clapping, right? Now y'all clapping. I said get rid of all of them. No, you're being tyrannical. Now Michelle says it. Oh, the light-skinned woman said it, so.
No, you didn't colorize
it. I did. Let's clap. Let's.
You're such an ass.
Let's go for that.
Ooh, child.
Because I remember you saying we can't get rid of all of them. What, are they going to just vote Republican? They're going to vote for Republican now? No, I think that all of them. There shouldn't be one candidate, Democratic, Socialist, or otherwise, who's not primary. They should all get primaried. I think that all of us. So here's the thing about congressmen, right? Congressmen and congresswomen. They spend the good majority of their time when they're not in session.
Fundraising.
Yeah,
they have to.
Okay, so they don't need no more money from you. You find a candidate that you want to run opposed to them to keep them honest and support that candidate. Don't give them no more money. The little emails you get for $2, delete it, spam it. Forget that. You find a candidate that's going to run against them in the primary. I'm talking about the primary now. And you primary the hell out of these people, which forces them into answering questions that are being asked by the alternative candidate. And I don't know if I necessarily care if the alternative candidate wins, as much as I'm interested in forcing them to answer questions. That's what you need. That's what it looks like now. It looks like these people are being forced to advocate for our permanent interests.
What? Give me an example of what forcing looks like to you.
Well, look at how they treated the candidates who proclaimed themselves Democratic Socialists, like Mamdani. Couldn't get an endorsement from Jeffries. Jeffries kind of warmed up to him now that he won.
He has to.
But he treated him like an outsider because he's not part of the gang.
So that was forcing what?
So now they're forced to have to deal with him. He's the mayor of the largest city in the country.
No, but that's not what you said. You said you feel like they are forcing us to...
They're trying to force us to play political gangs.
And it's not working.
I think it's starting to not work as effectively. That's what I think. I don't know that it's not working.
It's not working.
Because there are people out here who are just not read in, as evidenced by how many people didn't vote.
But that's not unusual. Americans don't vote.
Well, in general, we don't have full participancy. I get that. But this last time around, there was so much at stake, and they didn't vote. That's not being read in.
That's because people don't understand what our government does for us. If they had a clear understanding of it, they would vote. But they don't think it matters. I talk to young people and they're like, my vote doesn't matter. Why should I vote? We're not educating our masses on why it matters.
They don't understand is the same as not being read in.
Okay. Well, if nobody's presenting the information to them.
Whose job is it?
Families, schools.
How about the damn politicians?
By the time you are locked in that regard, you should already know what your government does for you.
No. How about the politicians coming out in the streets and telling the people on a regular basis, not just around election time, but the entirety of their term, what the stakes are?
I think that they do that. My point is, it's more. I think it's more fundamental than that. I think people need to understand government in general.
My point is, where do they get it from? Where would they get if they want to understand government? Where would they go to get it?
I don't know, because we don't have Schoolhouse Rock anymore. They're not teaching civics in school anymore.
Me, Michelle, that we're going to rely on Schoolhouse Rock to teach people about the government.
They don't teach civics in school anymore. So where do you suggest?
I'm suggesting that the politicians are absent. They're absent from the stage. You don't see them.
I'm not disagreeing with that, but I'm saying prior to that even happening, you should be aware of why government matters.
It's a vicious cycle.
It's not our politicians. By the time you should be learning that stuff in grade school.
No, you can't put it on the schools. You can't. I don't think you can put it all on the schools. It's got to be the politicians. It's got to be the politicians who are making the case.
You need to know, but by the time you're caring about what a politician says to you, you need to be aware of why that politician is talking to you in the first place. And what I'm saying is, on a general remedial level, people don't understand what government is for and why they should vote. If they knew how much their vote really mattered, people would not take it for granted.
I don't know that you can teach people in school why your vote matters.
You teach them what government does for you.
Yeah, I got that part. And that part, I think, is taken care of in the U.S. government classes and that kind of thing to a very, very small degree. But I think the politicians round out the enthusiasm for people getting out to vote. And so if a politician was having town halls all year round, the whole time, they don't do that.
Like they should.
Right.
They used to.
Right. And so you might get sparse population. You might get a little bit of that. Why wait till election time to begin knocking on doors? Why not knock on doors the entire time you're in elected office?
Because there's no money to do it. GOTV is expensive.
How did our girl get elected then with no money? She was knocking on doors.
She couldn't because she was paying those people. Half of those people were volunteers and some of them were paid people.
Her opponent had 20 times as much money.
But the money she didn't have was for television.
Okay, but
I believe in GOTV. I think boots on the ground is important. It can win or lose an election.
So you don't need money to knock on doors. You need some money, but you don't need millions and millions of dollars to knock on doors. You need volunteers to knock on doors.
Yes, but those people who are knocking on doors are talking to you about the candidate. They're not talking to you about government.
That's the point. You talk about the candidate.
Right.
And the issues.
Correct. And why this candidate is good on these issues, because this candidate is going to work on your behalf.
What's at stake in our community if you don't elect this person?
Right.
That's the conversation that politicians and the people that are representing them knocking on doors should be having all the time, not just around election time.
I agree that it should happen all the time. I do.
I think that's the part that rounds out what school doesn't provide.
Well, what does school provide now?
There's a U.S. government class. They got a U.S.
civics classes anymore?
I mean, I don't know if you would call it civics classes, but I remember our kids had to take a Constitution test, for instance. And there was a U.S. government class. I remember one of the boys taking, and maybe all of them took it. But and there's too much information out here. There's too much information on the internet, on social media that you can find. Now, you've got to discern it. You got to figure out and sift through what's what. I get that. But there's too much information flowing. Distilling it comes from a candidate saying, did you see this on social media? Let me tell you what that means. The school's not going to do that for you. They can't be that current. They've got to operate according to a syllabus and a textbook. A candidate can say, you saw this on social media, let me tell you what that means for you.
Sure.
So they don't do it all year round. I think partly because they're not the most talented people among us, politicians that we elect. And the other thing is they're lazy as hell. They're just lazy.
Not all of them.
I didn't say all of them. I don't mean to say all of them. They're not all lazy, but too many are. And they're beholden. And so for many of them, it's easier to just take corporate money. It's just easier.
Yeah, which we shouldn't allow. That was a big mistake.
That's lazy. That's just lazy. So the question I have today is, what's a real Democrat? What's your acid test for? What's your measure of what characterizes someone as a real Democrat? I think we know what a real Republican is. White sheet, burning cross, that kind of thing. Yeah. All right, number 773-763-9278. Stay tuned for more of the Family Meeting.
Behind me, though I need you to satisfy me, destiny will prove to divide me. For you're a part of me. I feel the love within you.
This is Susan Manuel, www.ablconsulting.net. Keep listening to the Family Meeting.
Touching me when you feel the need to.
Do you own a business in Illinois? Are you aware of the new retirement plan requirement that could impact your business? Listen up, this is crucial information you don't want to miss. If you're a business with at least 5 employees and have been operating for 2 years or more, Illinois law now mandates that you provide a retirement plan. But don't worry, we've got you covered. Polaris Wealth Management can be your professional partner in navigating this new landscape. We specialize in helping businesses just like yours establish affordable retirement plans that meet your needs and keep you compliant. You may avoid penalties as high as $500 per employee by acting now. Our team of seasoned professionals will guide you through the process step by step, making it easy for you to set up a 401k, a simple IRA, or another qualified retirement plan. Visit our website at polarisadvice.com for more information or shoot us an email at polarisadvice.com. We're here to help you provide your employees with the retirement benefits they deserve while safeguarding your business from potential fines. Don't let these changes catch you off guard. Contact Polaris Wealth Management today, and let's work together to build a better retirement future for your employees and your business. Visit polarisadvice.com or email us at polaris@polarisadvice.com. Securities offered through Lion Street Financial, LLC, member FINRA and SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through Polaris Wealth Management, LLC. Polaris Wealth Management and Lion Street are not affiliated.
Do you have a pain that won't cease? A health issue that's not getting better? It may be time you visited Health on Earth Wellness Centers. With over 20 years experience, 4 Chicagoland locations, and patients that range from 2 months old to 93, Health on Earth Wellness Centers are fully prepared to meet all your chiropractic needs. We have state-of-the-art facilities in Crestwood, Tinley Park, the South Loop, and Naperville. Don't let being healthy be your last resort. Make it your first choice. Make an appointment today at healthonearth.org. That's healthonearth.org.
Itsashort.com. The website is itsashort.com, spelled ITSASHORT.com. We are the best designation on the internet for award-winning short film, video, and web series. Artists are from all over the world. They are award-winning from various festivals, but you can find us at info@itsashort.com, customer care at itsashort.com, and we'll get back to you straight away.
Between us, you were like my best.
This is Paul Mark Wallace, president of NSYNC Consulting Services. Our website is www.nsyncs.com. Welcome back to the family meeting.
773-763-9278, 773-763-9278. What is a real Democrat? Now, what's a real Democrat? Back in when they were enslaving, human trafficking, a real Democrat was somebody who supported slavery. That's changed, hasn't it? Why are you shaking your head, Michelle? Is that not true?
I didn't say it wasn't true.
I'm going to answer the negative. Okay, that's how you're going to do this. I mean, it's proof that things change. Their policies change, right? There was a time when Republicans were for a version of universal health care. In fact, Obamacare is a version of what Republicans used to advocate for. And that was born out of different reasons. The Democrats pursue it for benevolent reasons. Republicans were trying to take the load off of employers, give them less expenses to have, because they like giving them all kinds of tax breaks. I was reading about the aldermen here in Chicago, for instance. Mayor Brandon Johnson proposed that there be a wealth tax. And there are a whole bunch of Democrats who said, no, we don't want a wealth tax. Wealthy people shouldn't have to pay more. Let's go after the middle and poor people and make them pay more to fill our budget gap. All the people who owe from red ticket lights and water bills, we're going to escalate collection process to get the money from them. But we can't go tax rich people. These were Democrats who said that. Are those real Democrats?
They say they are. They are.
Oh, that's how we're doing it now? All you got to do is say you're a Democrat and you are? Fetterman says he's a Democrat, but he's not, though, right?
Well, Richard Daley said he was one, too.
That's right. So did Rahm Emanuel.
Yep.
They say they're Democrats. So is that the rule now we're going with? If you say you are, you are? Is that what we're saying?
I mean, how else can you? I mean, what are you going to do?
But then you can't go say Fetterman's not a Democrat then.
I can't because he's not.
Okay, how you do that? You just contradicted
because
what
of
you just
his
said.
language, the way he speaks, the way he votes.
So it's not what you say; it's how you vote and how you speak. Is that what?
Yes.
Okay, so what is it about your speak that makes you a Democrat?
What are you for? What do you stand for?
What do they have to stand for?
What you talked about earlier, universal health care.
You're just not going to answer, are you? That's how you're going to do this? You're not going to answer?
I'm answering your question. Just because I'm not answering it in the way that you want me to is not my problem. It's yours.
Oh, I feel it itching. My kidney bone. I feel it itching.
We need to find some ointment for you.
Yeah, a salve or something, I think what you're demonstrating, honestly, with all due respect, you're demonstrating the confusion around how you define what a Democrat is. You can't just say you are, right?
You know, this is not the first time as a party we've been through this. So we had
back in slavery, you mean?
Ooh, child.
Is that what you're saying?
No, I wasn't even close to there.
Well, that was probably the first time, right?
Are you going to let me talk about what I was going to talk instead
said
of
it wasn't the first time. I want to know.
I was getting ready to tell you what it was.
Why don't you tell me what it is, Michelle?
When we were all pretty unified, then there was this explosion of...
When was that?
Are you going to let me finish, or are you just going to keep interrupting me? Because I can just sit here.
Proceed.
When we started using the terminology liberal Democrats. So there were Democrats and they become liberal Democrats. Now we are Democratic Socialists or whatever. The names changed, but basically we all get back together and figure it out.
Let me know when I can ask a question.
You can ask a question.
When was that? What you just characterized?
It was during the Clinton years, I think, if I remember correctly.
That's when
Bush.
The term liberal
Yeah.
arose?
Somebody help me. Don't you remember that time?
Yeah, that was after the time we started
Bush,
using
Clinton.
the term African American. Yeah, around there.
That was I'm a liberal Democrat. Well, okay.
Okay. So you're right. It's not the first time.
No.
Back then, as I recall, they wanted universal health care.
Everybody's wanted universal health care. It's just a
Okay,
matter
so
of getting to it.
Why can't they get to it?
Well, I don't know.
You don't know nothing, do you? You just don't know nothing.
Pretty much, I do
Nothing.
not. I'm Ed McMahon.
Wow.
Get another guest so I can sit on the other side of the couch.
Yeah, I agree with you. Parties change.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to remind you, Republicans advocated for abolition of slavery. They've changed. They probably would prefer to have slavery back. That was an oops on their part, I think they think now. But everybody changes. So to participate in the political gang warfare is foolhardy because they change. Who has your permanent interests?
So you say it's foolhardy. So what do you mean? Have no parties? Have nothing? Just everybody just go randomly vote for whomever?
I'm going back to what you alluded to earlier, which is people need to be more read in. I'm using my phrase, not yours, to describe what you did. Read in. What are your permanent interests? We all share. People often say that we have more in common than not.
Yeah.
We do.
That's true.
Right. So, and we can pick out a few of these
Because
things.
we all want the same thing,
Well,
ultimately.
Ultimately, yeah, on most things.
Yeah.
Right. And it's usually very selfish, and I'm using that term in a positive way. I want a good education for my children,
Mm-hmm.
and many other people want a good education for their children,
Mhm.
right? They don't necessarily want or care if my kids get a good education, not everybody, but they definitely care that their kids get a good education.
I think that distinction is the difference between Democrats and Republicans,
When?
whether you call them gangs or not. I would say Democrats want better education for all children.
The current version
and
of Democrats.
Republicans want it for their children.
The current version of Republicans and Democrats want
Yes.
that, right? Okay. But the bottom line is each of us want education for our children. Good education for our children.
Yes.
Right. It's hard to find a parent who says, you know what? Give me the garbage education for my kids. I don't want them kids to learn nothing.
Nobody would ever say that, though.
That's my point. They would never say that. So we're in alignment as a people.
You made the distinction.
Watch this. We're in alignment that we each want education for our children. Aren't we?
Yes.
How we deliver it is where we begin to differ.
Yes, you might want good education for your child, but you want good education for all children.
Some people do, not everybody.
And therein lies the distinction that I presented to you a moment ago.
But when we talk about having more in common than not, what's in common is we each want good education for our children. That's what we have in common, right?
Right.
Okay, so where it blossoms from there, you're right. It becomes confusing, right?
It's only confusing if you don't care about the greater good.
No. I think that if we can agree that we each want good education for our children, and then we advocate for policies that get good education for our children, almost, and I'm using the term almost on purpose, almost invariably, you end up getting good education for more children. Because you can't have a school, you could, but you probably won't have a school with one child.
Not unless you're homeschooling them.
Right. So if we're advocating for good education for our children, for my children, then I'm effectively advocating for good education on everybody's children. Now, it begins to differ. Like in Illinois, for instance. It's crazy in Illinois, right?
Yeah.
Let me back up a second. If that was in fact the case, that we all want good education for our children, then why then does the amount of money we spend per pupil differ so widely? That's rhetorical.
That's not just an Illinois thing.
I know. I didn't mean to make it an Illinois thing. In Illinois, though, it's unusually expensive to educate children because we have all these damn superintendents and all these damn school districts instead of one like full county superintendent. So you got HR departments in our community. There's one high school, and it's a school district by its damn self. It has its own superintendent. It has a principal. Why would you have all these people? How did that happen? Because that's how Illinois works. And it's largely racism.
I see.
Because there was a time when certain people drew a circle around their schools and said that my tax dollars only go to my schools, not to their schools. When in reality, if we wanted this thing to really work, we would make sure, one, that the per pupil expenditure per student was uniform across the country, adjusted for cost of living and where you live. Mm-hmm. But we don't do that. That's insane. That's insane. That's where it begins to become complicated, and then people begin drawing lines and deciding, labeling people. You're a Democrat, you're a Republican, you're a socialist. They begin labeling people. We can't get back to, okay, I want my child to have a good education. Which one of you clowns, whatever gang you belong to, is going to advocate for that, which will provide my child the best education? That's why we forget the gang warfares. We forget that.
No, I think something you said that's important to point out, first of all, the term is not Democratic Socialist. The term is Progressive Democrat. Sorry.
Okay, another label.
I wanted to correct myself.
Okay, cool. But again, I don't really care about the label.
I'm correcting myself. It had nothing to do with you.
I'm not admonishing you at all. I'm just saying that I don't. My point is, why do we care about the labels? We should care about the policy. Everybody's not rated on the policy, but you do know you want a good education for your child, and most people can identify some of the core tenets of what provides a good education for your child. And so who's advocating for that?
Well, like you mentioned before, a lot of this is racist.
Oh, yeah, racism is cooked in it from the very beginning.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
So what is a real Democrat? Is there such a thing as a real Democrat? Mm-hmm. Because you say you are you a Democrat? Because you vote with Democrats most of the time? Are you a Democrat? Yeah, they ostracize Bernie. He's not a Democrat.
Bernie's not a Democrat.
But he votes with all the Democrats all the time.
He's still not a Democrat.
So he's not. So that's
but he says he's not.
So voting with Democrats all the time is not a...
He says he's not. He's adamant about not being one unless he wants to run for president.
That's why this gang thing is stupid.
Well, whatever.
It's stupid.
Okay,
The whole thing is stupid.
Okay, GDI.
What's that mean?
I can't say that on the air.
Okay, 773-763. Michelle has news, y'all.
Oh, is it time?
Yes, that time. 773-763-9278. Stay tuned for more of the Family Meeting.
My name is Meredith Morris. Visit my website at estatemovelagrange.com. Keep listening to the Family Meeting.
Music never lets you down.
Polaris is introducing a way for you to get empowering financial advice, save, and plan. If you are like a lot of people, you'd like to work with a financial planner, but don't know if you earn or have enough to invest. Save and Plan will allow us to work with nearly anyone from young professionals to retirees looking to travel the world. Save and Plan is simple. Just sign up to save on a systematic monthly basis directly from your account and gain access to a planner and our planning services. Once you sign up, Polaris gives you a customized financial plan, a real person to speak with, and information to help you make good financial decisions. Your dedicated planner is just an email or phone call away. Save and Plan offers empowering advice for everyone. Visit us at polarisadvice.com. Call us today at 312-951-2606 or email us at polarisadvice.com. That's 312-951-2606 or email us at polarisadvice.com. Save and Plan. empowering advice for everyone. Securities, insurance, and advisory services offered through FSC Securities Corporation. Member FINRA. SIPC. Insurance services offered through Polaris Insurance Agency, Inc., which is not affiliated with FSC Securities Corporation.
This is Miss Lady D, La Boricua. Now it's time for the Family Meeting News.
Welcome back. I'm Michelle Peltier, and here's more of what we're following on the Family Meeting. Pretty Inc., Pretty, is a local organization that empowers Black girls and young women through transformative programming, mentorship, education, and leadership development. The organization recently announced its latest initiative, the Academy of Confidence, an immersive 7-day transformational experience designed to empower Black girls ages 14 through 18 by building and restoring confidence through education, mentorship, and personal development. The Academy of Confidence provides a safe, supportive environment where participants are free from the distractions of social media, outside influences, and the pressures of everyday life. During the week-long experience, young women engage in workshops focused on mental health, physical health, sexual and reproductive health, college, trade school, career readiness, leadership development, and confidence building. The Academy of Confidence is a member of the Girls Opportunity Alliance, a program of the Obama Foundation, and is a valued partner of the Chicago Public Schools. 6 years after falling into disrepair, Beasley Academic Center swimming pool, located at 5255 South State Street, is back in commission, restoring a rare asset among Southside elementary schools. The new 10-foot pool is back in commission, restoring a rare asset among Southside elementary schools. The refurbished natatorium boasts a new pool deck and water system, along with updated locker rooms and showers. The facility's use will extend beyond the 1,200 student body, as they are in talks about a possible rental opportunity with the Chicago Park District to open the pool for community use. Additionally, CPS special education classroom assistants and support staff will be able to take adult swim lessons on non-instructional days. For the parents and alum who spent years advocating for the facility, the reopening marks a long-awaited success, ensuring a new generation can take advantage of a signature feature of the campus. A federal appeals court has ruled that the Justice Department cannot enforce subpoenas targeting New York Attorney General Letitia James, finding that the prosecutor leading the investigation was unlawfully appointed. The decision is the latest setback for DT's administration efforts to pursue investigations involving James and other political opponents. The Second U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals ruled 2-1 Friday that federal prosecutors could not enforce subpoenas issued by John Sarcone. The subpoenas issued in August 2025 sought records connected to civil lawsuits James brought against DT, his family, their business, and the National Rifle Association. Those cases resulted in fightings against Trump and the NRA, both of whom argued they had been politically targeted. The ruling represents another judicial challenge to the administration's handling of temporary federal prosecutors. Other federal appeals courts have reached similar conclusions involving DT-aligned prosecutors in Nevada and New Jersey. The Justice Department said it disagreed with the ruling and plans to take the matter to the Supreme Court. Please visit our webpage, tfmradioshow.com. You can subscribe and follow us on Fanbase, Threads, TikTok, Spoutable, Blue Sky, and Twitter. Also subscribe and follow our YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook channels to view us live when we are on the air. You can also listen to a repeat of this show every Tuesday on WARRradio.com, 1520 AM, 103.5 FM, where North Carolina comes to listen. Woo, we'll be right back.
This is Chicago's Progressive Talk, 820 AM, WCPT Willow Springs, and online at WCPT820.com, where facts matter.
Hey, Family Meeting cousins. As you know, we've created a Patreon Family Meeting subscription and membership page to include you great listeners in our effort and give you a chance to very economically promote your business, organization, or local event. You can contribute as little as $5 per month to get your message out and support the Family Meeting as a viable voice. We know you appreciate our permanent interest dialogue, get up and dance playlist, and our great guests who stop by. So become a cousin and go to our website, tfmradioshow.com, and click the link.
Ooh, baby, baby. Oh, yeah. Clap your hands, y'all. Check it, dig it while I rip it. Check it while I wreck it. Okay, give me a few seconds. First, I give a shout to every Jersey born and redhead. And everybody in New York from brunettes to redheads. Who got my back? Jersey got your back. Don't tell me who got my back. The Bronx got your back. Don't tell me who got my back. Brooklyn got your back. Who got my back? Uptown got your back. Thank you. As I come back in to the beat, give a shout out to my brother LANCE. Up in heaven, resting, chilling, watching over me. You know you too good to be forgotten. Papa wasn't there, but there was Lance in the house. And so to me and mommy, you the man of the house. Always flip the script back to the old days. I used to rock it on the high school stage. I used to drink 40s back then. I didn't.
This is Lisa Lenore, writer, editor, and educator. Welcome back to the family meeting.
773-763-9278, 773-763-92. What are y'all studying over there?
Our YouTube viewers, I was trying to figure out what the purple crown hat means, and Tiffany was helping me.
That's so incredibly important. I'm glad you brought that up.
You asked the question.
That's so incredibly
You
important.
asked.
I just said it was incredibly important. Didn't I say that?
Yes, but you're being sarcastic.
I don't have a sarcastic bone in my body.
Oh, you lie.
Yeah, what? What? 773-763-9278. What constitutes a real Democrat? Now that we see them being challenged by Democratic Socialists and I watched the young man, what's the young man who was in the shooting in Florida? Hogg. His name Hogg? David Hogg. That young man's challenging, and he's deploying a little bit of ageism. Maybe warranted, but not a good tactic. But he's highlighting regularly the shortcomings. And I think a lot of it's born out of the necessity or the belief, to your point earlier, Michelle, that they need lots and lots and lots of money. And the easiest way to do it is to take these corporate donors and then be beholden to them. And so you watch someone like Hakeem Jeffries, who's probably compromised by the healthcare lobby to vote against or advocate against universal health care. And any number of Democrats, the Democrats in the city of Chicago, who are probably getting corporate money from some of these rich people and deciding that rich people shouldn't have to fill their budget gap. It should be poor people.
You know what? I have to say that I don't think that, and people can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that you can negotiate with a big donor, right? If a big donor believes in you, that you're going to represent their interest and your constituents' interest, they're not going to hold money from you because you decide to do what your constituents want. I think that dance is new with Citizens United. I don't think it's always you didn't have to sell your soul for a check.
Well, I think there may be a little bit. I think you're right, but there may be a little bit of naivety in there. Because at the end of the day, these people are profit-driven.
I'm sorry to interrupt
not all
you.
of them. Not all of them.
Because that whole field, that's supposed to be a calling, right? It's supposed to be you.
You mean elected officials?
Yes. Okay. I am called to serve. That's what it was meant to be. I want to serve the people. I want to be the representative for the people. Mm-hmm. It was a calling at one time because you made no money doing it. You never were supposed to. You got a check, but you were never supposed to get rich off any of that, no matter what level, be it national or local. That was never the goal.
Someone along the line figured out that you can get rich doing that.
Yes.
And they've all bought it.
And they've all, yeah.
I don't want to say all because it's not all of them. Like, I think someone like Lauren Underwood hadn't bought into.
I would agree with that.
To that. And I'm sure there are more who I may not know off the top of my head. But versus going out and getting $10 from 100 people, you get $100 from 10 people. That's just not wanting to get out there and work. And so you end up with what we got. The least among us, the least capable among us, end up being elected, and they proclaim themselves political leaders. And now you can't. And they want you to play political games with them. And there's not a lot of discussion about our permanent interests and the policies that support our permanent interests. I can't think of any reason that Hakeem Jeffries wouldn't support Medicare for all as one possible solution.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was troubled by the fact that he would not. He just wouldn't.
Yeah, but can you think of any other reason except somebody paid him?
No, I can't, unfortunately.
So they do it in your damn face.
Well, that's the way of the world now. I'd rather them do that than lie like they were before.
But he's doing both, though. He's taking the money and lying in our face. I mean, so if his answer were, I don't support Medicare for all, but here's a solution I do support, if he'd have said that, I'd step back a little bit and say, okay, well, that's a possibility. At least you're thinking about a solution to the problem.
Sure.
But to say I don't necessarily support that, and I'd be interested to go back to see how he voted on Obamacare and other things.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure he supported it, but and it's those smoky rooms.
He did what Nancy told him to do.
Well, yeah. do like I say, boy. But and then you wonder in those smoky rooms that we're not privy to, what was the discussion, right? Because there have been instances in the last 10 to 20 years where they've controlled both branches, the House and the Senate and the White House, and somehow they couldn't get it done. I have to look back and see the technical gymnastics that Republicans use to keep them from doing it. But that's my biggest problem, is that somehow or another, the Republicans can figure out a way to pursue their little evil deeds when they have complete power. The Democrats can't quite seem to get it around the corner. And that, and maybe it's because of the likes of Fetterman and the dude from West Virginia and the like. But who
they upset the apple cart, that's for sure.
Somehow or another, you've had Republicans who have come out and said that I don't support X and Y, and then somebody gets to them and they come out and they vote for it. Like this dude, this doctor in Louisiana who lost recently.
Yeah.
He didn't support the vaccine thing that they were going to get ready to do, and all of a sudden he was indifferent. Who paid him? Who got to him? Is the question. And they're you going on about this stuff, man. Okay, so let's take calls, shall we?
Okay.
Let's go with Barb first. Then. Hey, Barb, talk to me.
Hi, Barb.
Hi,
Barbara.
Nice to talk to you. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, we sure can.
I was listening a little while ago, and I think Michelle made a very good point that I agree with. I think you agree with it too. That the distinction between Democrats and Republicans is that Republicans think only about themselves and those who like them, and then Democrats think about more of what's best for the masses. And your more recent conversation about why all these people change their mind or if people are bought up by money, I think the lobbies are a big thing. If they're leaving Congress, either house, they can make boatloads of money if they join a lobby, as opposed to going back to their own practices. So every time I'm on the road, when you all are on, I love listening to you. I love the conversation.
Where are you going, Barb?
I beg your pardon? I'm just like driving to my sister's house. But sometimes I go at this time of the day, this time of the week, and, I always enjoy listening to you.
What you and your sister going to do today?
Well, we're just going to hang out. Actually, she and her family are going to go on vacation in the near future, and I usually house sit, and so I have to get a refresher on, how to use her washing machine and dryer and stuff like that. So we're just going to refresh that.
It sounds like y'all up to no good, really. Like you're going over there to do something crazy. What y'all going to do? Throw rocks at the neighbors? What y'all getting ready to do?
No, the neighbor we would like to throw rocks at moved.
Oh, you chased him out of
But
there.
there was a
Okay.
guy who moved in next to them, and like they have like a little private drive to go down to their mailbox, and this idiot like was putting up a shooting range that like faced the road that my nephew would like walk on.
Oh no!
Yeah, real idiot, real idiot. We're glad that they moved.
All right. Well, I'm glad y'all ganged up on him and chased him out of there.
Yeah, I don't know. It would have been nice if we did, but we didn't. Anyway, thank you very
Okay.
much.
Drive
Thank you,
safe.
Barb.
Drive safe.
Bye-bye.
Tell your sister
Thanks.
hello.
I will. Bye-bye.
You
Bye.
don't know that girl's sister, do you? Know that girl's sister?
You all in their business. I felt like I did.
She sounded like they were up to no good, though. Like, I'm finna go over. You finna get
You
it.
just
Oh,
think,
baby.
You think everybody's up to no good.
No, the way she said it. I'm just gonna go over to my sister's
I
and do
didn't,
what?
I didn't get that sense.
Your spidey sense is not there. You don't know. Let's get Paul in here. Paul, straighten out Michelle, will you, Paul?
Hi, Paul. Yeah, if he's going to yell at me, I'm sure.
I will.
Mm-hmm.
Michelle, I don't yell. Come on, you know that.
I know. You're still going to scold me, I'm sure.
But, well, here's the thing, is that when a corporate donor gives to a Democrat, it's not a negotiation. The Democrat is already agreeing in advance to take the money. The deal is, it's the exchange. This is a it's an exchange.
Mm-hmm.
So the deal is that the donor, corporate donor, the job for the Democratic candidate is to make our position not seem so evil.
Mm-hmm.
And in a lot of ways, I think that the Democrats stopped the Republicans from, going on a fast break. But the thing is that right now, Republicans being on the fast break is what's leading to what we all can see is the collapse and the crash. And maybe that's just what has to happen. Because if Democrats like Hakeem Jeffries, I mean, Eric, come on. I've never understood this. We've been through it. So when we have a Medicare for all situation or a universal health care, whatever you want to call it, is the finances are this. Large insurance pools are most cost effective, are they not?
They are.
They are, right?
Yeah.
Because that's how the actuary can be the way insurance makes money or the way insurance doesn't go broke is by spreading out the risk, understanding how much payouts are going to have to be. Okay.
The actuarial tables tell you that. They have actuaries who figure that out for you. They know what's going to happen.
Okay, so you can get a Republican to say, oh, absolutely. And at the same time, they'll tell you, but we need robust competition in the insurance industry. And I say, wait. So you want to break it up into a whole bunch of small pools now? So there's robust competition? So there's nobody has a giant. That's an argument that works to counter purposes. Am I right?
Yeah, and nobody calls them on it. That's contrary to the actuarial tables.
I'm calling them.
Or the morbidity tables, I should say.
And what I'm saying is that's what people like Hakeem Jeffries are not doing. They're taking the money and saying he's not stupid. He knows exactly these two fundamental economic things that we're talking about. And there's more to it. We could get into it, but people's eyes glaze over. But he knows that, and yet he's going to take the money. And the only purpose can be because the deal is take my money, and you'll get in there, and you won't be as bad for people because you can smooth out our message. We won't look so evil, and everybody will be happy. But we're still going to be operating under an economic situation that really is profiteering on for what purpose? We're not getting the biggest bang out of our buck when the insurance industry is a freaking middleman. I mean, that means that not every dollar of our Medicare, if we were Medicare has about a 3% overhead, but if money has to get siphoned out to go to some these insurance company CEOs, another vacation home in the south of France, that means it's not getting applied to people's, health care insurance. It's not going where it's supposed to go. And Hakeem Jeffries knows that. So I don't get it. The same thing with this. You're talking about the Senate, what's his name, from Louisiana, how he rolled over on the vaccine. I mean, this guy, and then he cried about, he's tearful about voting in for Todd Blanche, and it's like, listen, dude, I just want to call that guy's off and say, man, listen.
That's what it was,
You
Todd
probably
Blanche, yeah.
once you probably once had some integrity in your mind, or you wouldn't have been able to finish medical school. And you obviously gave that, or maybe you just got in and, once you're in a program, you get with the program and you're in, but you obviously didn't want to see patients because you decided to throw that away and get into the swamp of politics. If you're not seeing patients now, he ain't seeing patients now. Mm-hmm. If he's not doing the job of what he said he'd love to do, right? He said he wanted to be a physician. He didn't go to Congress to make the medical practice better. So this guy, I want to call him up and say, listen, you have brought disgrace to your profession as a physician, and you've brought disgrace to the so-called most deliberative body in the world. And I've called up my Democratic senators and said, that is a laugh. Most deliberative political body in the world makes me laugh. It's disgusting. And I tell them that to my Democratic senators. I said, don't anybody ever use that, because we know what's going on. It's not deliberative. This is a lot of BS and a lot of talking around each other and trying to sound like, we're not doing harm. We're standing up for good. And no, not if you're taking donations because you got to get in there. Well, what will? And their answer would be, well, who would you rather have a Republican in there? And I'm starting to think, okay, let it finally come down. Let it come crashing down. Because I'll tell you what, you guys, Eric, Trump, this whole ballroom and these stories about how they wanted to take over tens of thousands of miles of federal land and mow down the timber, just rape it of its resources. And they're going to make these freedom cities out of them. And these will be places where the uber wealthy go, the billionaires go, where we can't. They're calling them freedom cities because they know. And what Trump's ballroom and the bunker underneath are, he's doing that. He probably already has reinforced the fence around. They know that Bastille Day is coming.
Yeah, it's a big grift, coming. Man. It's just a big grift. It's a big, huge grift, man. Paul, we got to move. We got to get this break, man. Thanks for calling, man.
Thank you,
appreciate
Paul.
you. It's a big grift, man. That dude rolled over and voted for Blanche because he got paid. He got paid. But I can't think of any other reason why he all of a sudden... Whatever. All right, who's next here? We got Ron, Norbert, and Adrian. We see you guys there.
We have Norbert, Adrian, and Ron.
Okay, see how she does? See how she does? Just there's got to be a certain order to things, you see.
Yes, there does.
She's like the monk of talk radio. 773-763-9278. Stay tuned for more of the Family Meeting.
This is Miss Lady B from Dance Factory Radio. Keep listening to the Family Meeting.
Hi, this is Michelle from the Family Meeting. And let me tell you about the Villager Gift Boutique located at 2007 Ridge Road in downtown Homewood, Illinois. The Villager is your gift shop for unique, hand-selected, high-quality gifts. The Villager's owner, Valerie, travels internationally to trade shows and fine art festivals to bring a variety of unique, high-quality items, including fine gifts, bath and body products, candles, jewelry, clothing, home accents, leather goods, stationery, gourmet goodies, and so much more. The customer experience is very inviting and ideal for helping you find the perfect gift, especially for those shoppers who are looking for that unique gift for those who are hard to shop for. Oh, and the gift wrapping is complimentary. Shop in person in Homewood, Illinois, or online at thevillagergiftshop.com. That's thevillagergiftshop.com.
Itsashort.com. The website is itsashort.com, spelled ITSASHORT.com. We are the best designation on the internet for award-winning short film, video, and web series. Artists are from all over the world. They are award-winning from various festivals, but you can find us at info@itsashort.com, customer care at itsashort.com, and we'll get back to you straight away.
Hey Chicago, are you always on the go? Take the new Shy 311 app with you to find the information that you need, submit non-emergency city service requests, and much more. Download the new Shy 311 app, built with Chicagoans for Chicagoans. That's Shy 311 on the App Store or Google Play, or check it out online at 311.chicago.gov. Stay informed with Shy 311. It's your gateway to Chicago services.
This is Attorney Darnell Lyles. Welcome back to the family meeting.
I got to call Darnell again, man. I was teasing him about sitting in the dark this week. Of course, he retorted with, I got lights, I got a generator. Darnell got a generator.
Well, if he's big baller shot caller, of course he has one.
His generator's so old, though, he said it runs on gas, like natural gas. Not even solar. But it works, though, apparently.
I heard some of them run on propane, right?
Yeah, I heard that, too. Mm-hmm. Yeah. If you feel like blowing your house up, go ahead and do that if you want. 773-763-9278. The number is 773-763-9278. Tell me who's first, Michelle.
Norbert.
Okay. There you go. They got to get it right, Norbert. You know what I mean?
Hi, Norbert.
Yeah.
Norbert's out there smoking weed. I hear you coughing, man?
No.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I do. That's one thing that's great about Illinois. We got those weeds, and for a decent price. Prices are falling.
There you go.
But it's a long story. It's economics. But when do Schumer and Jeffries ever talk about working people? They never do, because they put Israel first above our health care and above our education. They put Wall Street before. I mean, that Wall Street wants us in the grave. They don't want us to live. And yesterday, I talked to a working person. I talked to the waitress at a IHOP up above the Wisconsin border, and their systems went down. All their computers went down, and the place was busy, and our waitress lost it. She couldn't take it. She's working 2 jobs, 2 minimum wage jobs. That's kind of like the thing my parents did. I mean, and even back then, did the politicians give a damn about my parents and our health care and our education? Mostly not. Yeah. And we've got to hold Jeffries and Schumer accountable. We can't. I mean, holding our local politicians accountable when the leaders are doing absolutely nothing. Nothing for us, nothing for our people, nothing for the United States. It's all for their pockets, and we've got to stand up to them. And we should be knocking on doors. They should be knocking on doors and we're making good efforts in Illinois, but I don't see any New York politician doing anything for anybody but themselves.
There's no way we can know that, but it certainly feels that way. It definitely certainly feels that way. Like it's a huge grift, and they're all doing it for their own financial well-being.
Yeah, and I say we got to vote them all out. I mean, I am a Democrat. I'm a precinct committeeman, but this has gone way too far. We've got to vote them out and get people who will stand up for us.
See, I want to take this. I want to take this opportunity to correct your language. I don't want you to be a Democrat, but I want you to be an advocate for Democrats.
Yes.
So if you go out there and work for them and knock on doors and work in the polls and stuff like that, you can advocate for Democrats, but you can't let them have you, because then you playing gang politics.
I disagree with what he just said.
I know. They got to believe that they don't own you.
That's not why you become part of it. You become part of it so you can make a difference.
You can advocate for them, but
come on now.
I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to be part of your little gang. Your little stinking gang.
But don't tell him not to.
I'm advocating for him not to do that.
And I'm telling you, don't tell him, because we need him. We need people like him in those spaces.
Let me tell you something. Norbert's a grown-ass man, okay?
So you can't tell him anything, and I can't either. How about that?
That's right. You can shut up, too.
Democrats need to get their act together. But for me to say that, I probably wouldn't be saying that as much if it wasn't for the current conditions. I'd probably be stuck in the same routine that I'd always been as far as being a Democrat. But that's done. It's over. We've got to have people who stand up for us and our people. It's an investment in our communities to have good health care. It's an investment in our communities to have good education.
Yep.
Those we've got to have. And if they're not going to fight for it, then we have to get them out of there.
And put somebody in who will. Thank you, Norbert.
Yes.
Appreciate that, man.
Love you guys.
Yeah.
It was great to hear the people on the phone before me. Paul from Seattle, and it's great to hear from Adrian, too. Love you guys. Love all of you.
Okay, man.
Have a good week.
Take care.
You too, Norbert.
Okay. It's my favorite Norbert in the whole wide world. Who's next, Michelle?
Adrian.
Oh, drunk-ass Adrian.
Hey, fam. Y'all know I'm drinking, right?
Of course.
Yeah.
You know I'm drinking.
They're doing math.
How are things coming along? Sunday, the family meeting is on. So you know what I'm doing. Hey, so I wanted to touch on, because it's kind of filtered down to money and politics, right? A little bit. So I would like to go back to 1992.
Okay.
There is, and this is so appropriate for what is going on today. Back then, it was comedy and it looked like a joke, but it is on steroids now. Eddie Murphy did a movie called The Distinguished Gentleman.
Yes.
Where, you remember?
Yes.
Where he used his
the same name. Yes.
He had the same name as a politician, and he used that name recognition
to win.
And he was basically a what do you call it? A con man.
Yes, he was a grifter.
He was a grifter. He was a con man that found his way into Congress. And there is a scene in that movie where he sits down with a lobbyist, right? And
I remember.
In that meeting, in that dinner, that meeting with that lobbyist, the lobbyist goes down these questions about these certain issues. And he goes, well, where are you on this issue? And he goes, well, where do you think I ought to be? And he's like, I don't care where you are. If you're on this side of it, I got money for you from this group of people.
Yep.
If you're against it, I got money for you from this group of people. And he goes down like 3-4 things and asks him, which side of the issue are you on? And I don't care which one you want to be on. I still got money for you just from different groups of people.
Yep.
And that is what's going on today.
Yep.
That is what's going on today. Money decides where these politicians decide to hang their hat on the issues. And it is not me and you who go out and cast our single vote, right, that they're begging us to send them $5. They're going and saying, hey, if I want this big paycheck that I need to put out splashy ads all over, cable news, network news, all over the internet and the airwaves, I need big donors. And so I need to get my money from whoever, the bang for the buck is who's going to give me the most money for voting a certain way. Mm-hmm. And that is what's going down.
It's a big grift. It's a big grift.
But Adrian, how did the movie end?
He grew a conscience.
There we go.
He grew a conscience.
Okay.
Did.
That's
but
right.
Listen. These people are not growing a conscience.
That's right.
They're growing
That's what I was
bank
gonna say.
accounts.
It could happen. It could happen.
Stop it.
It was already
That's naive to say that.
Don't be yelling at me, Adrian.
Listen, you lucky I ain't in studio. They might go in with a conscience, but eventually they start to lose their conscience, and it is directly in proportional to their bank account.
Yeah.
Yep. That's how you get wealthy. Get elected to office. You go there to get wealthy.
Yep.
Well,
That's
no,
what it
but that
is.
wasn't
the
always
U.S. The U.S. taxpayer slush fund is what it's all become.
Yep. There it is. All right, man. Go back to drinking, man.
Thank you, Adrian.
You know I'm getting ready to do that.
All right.
I don't know if he wants
All right,
people.
man.
Did we talk about
Later.
that on the show, though?
Later.
We could just slyly ask him.
I don't know if he
Y'all
wants
can't
people to
have
know
no
that they're
side
doing that at their
conversations.
house.
Man, she ain't on the mic. How you gonna have a conversation? She ain't on the mic. Let's get Ron in here. Ron, help me, man. Dan here talking about. Ron, what's up, man?
Hi, Ron.
Hi, Michelle. Thank you for not letting them jump the line for me. Thank you.
Of course.
I hate line jumpers. But anyway, I want to give you a couple examples, in my opinion, of you asked what a Democrat is. A Democrat is Mr. Vindman, who ran against Miss Nixon down in Florida. Mm-hmm. Now, he took that Jewish powerful money, lots of money, uncontrolled number, $1 million. Okay, it didn't do him. It didn't do him squat. Mm-hmm. That woman, the progressive Democrat, she won with no money. We'll say like $10 in her pocket. That's like the equivalency. Now, Vindman, first thing he said out of his mouth, I support Nixon 100%. She gets all the money. That's what a Democrat is, a real Democrat. You run hard against your own party, you lose. You right away you join ranks, shoulder to shoulder. Understand? We share ammunition. That's the Democrat. Now in Michigan, we got a similar situation. Dr. Abdul won. Hopefully he's going to take everything. Now, and it's also in Michigan, the Arab vote is going to decide. I'm not sure. Who is going to run the Congress and Senate in Michigan. All right. So in the last election, the Arab population went against the Democrats. I forget what election it was, but they did not support, and we lost. We lost the House here in Michigan. Now, real Democrats. I want to see I'm hoping all the Arabs will come together under Dr. Abdul, and I hope all the progressives are going to come. Now, I believe a lot of Michiganders who supported Trump, they don't know where to go. Okay, I'm going to give you an example. There's one farmhouse down the road here. They had Trump flags, Trump this all over the yard. Okay, all over the yard. Now there's nothing. You can't see jack squat. You can't start a little fire with Trump stuff. I'm hoping that man lost all his bitcoins and everything else. You know, he's a farmer, but he also has one of those cars that they go to the county fair and drive it around and wreck each other.
Oh yeah.
He also has like a popcorn. Crash derby,
Mm-hmm.
and he also runs a little popcorn stand. And I'm hoping. I'm hoping all the Trump people lost lots of money in that Bitcoin or whatever else to drop their support, or else not come to the polls no more. But and one more thing, John James, the blackie, he's a white supremacist in black skin. I say he's running for governor.
Right, governor.
He's running for right. He's a helicopter pilot, combat bull, but. He is used to be on Fox every other week, but Fox is too toxic, so he doesn't go back on Fox no more. But he's real dangerous, okay, because he's jumped on that those big computer AI machine warehouses.
The data centers.
Yeah. That's it. He's jumped on the moratorium for that stuff. You know, the Trump billionaire Musk data centers spying on everything, taking all our information, taking all our money, but all our water, all our air,
destroying our water, creating cancer clusters, all that.
You know, I'm knocking on the door. Okay, this Agent Orange is knocking on the door here, and but you know, I just relish glory if the Democrats could get their act together, because it's life and death right now. This is life and death.
Yeah.
If they win, they're going to give us death, plain and simple.
Yeah.
And I ain't got nowhere to go. All right, I got nowhere to go. I'm in a wheelchair. I got maybe a year. Okay, and I wish I could go out in a revolution or a civil war here, but because I'm ready. I'm ready to either win or I'm sorry, we go down fighting. That's all I'm saying. That's everybody's got to be ready for that. You can drink and smoke all you want, but be ready. You got to be ready.
Ron, thanks for your words, man. We appreciate you.
Thank you, Ron.
Be
God
healthy,
bless
man.
you too, Ron.
Okay. Take care. That's Ron, yo. Let's get, who's calling from? Is it Cam?
Cam.
Okay, Cam. The he, she, you don't, Cam, right? Cam.
Well,
hey, Cam.
Hey, guys. Yeah, Cam.
Cameron.
Cam. Hey. Well, if you're my mother, but yeah, I can't beat that last caller. You guys put me on the spot. What did I do last night at midnight? Actually, I think 1 a.m. I called up hotels telling them that I was a guest there, trying to move the furniture in the room out of the room because I didn't want it, and that's about as far as I go. I don't know if you'd call that American. Is that a Democrat? I don't think so.
Cam, you have way too much time on your hands, my friend.
That is weed smoking activity, man. That's what you was into.
I don't smoke though, but it's
that makes it worse.
I don't know.
Where does that come from?
That's not even worse. No, you can call them and tell them that you see an altercation outside. When they ask you who was doing the altercation, you tell them it was ants.
Dude, are you sure?
Cam,
Did you just forget? Are you smoking so much weed you forgot you smoked weed?
That's like, what's the joke we used to tell on the phone? Is Prince Andrews in a can? You remember that? About the tuna?
It's before my time. It's way before my time. That happened in the 40s or something? I don't know about that. Dude, don't be up at 1 o'clock in the morning like that no more, man. Take it easy, will you?
Don't terrorize the hotel staff. They didn't do nothing to you.
Well, what did they do to you?
What did they do to me? What didn't they do to me?
Oh, wow. You got a long-standing feud with them then. Okay. What's going on, man?
No, I don't. I'll call KFC's and Arby's instead then. I just wanted to kind of reinforce that.
Cam, you're diabolical, man. You might as well be the living manifestation of the Joker.
Of the Joker? Oh, boy. That's a alt-right symbol at the moment, I think.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Hello.
Well, they do. I mean, I like the character, but they don't get the nuance. That actually does tie back into everything. Nice job. The right has a terrible time with understanding nuance in media or characters. I grew up with tons of people that played games where you would kill Nazis. Somehow, these same people are in agreement with the Nazis, as if they completely forgot why they were the bad guys and thought, hey, they wear cool uniforms in their opinion. I don't know how you could go and re-educate it, because you guys were talking about education earlier, and I know that when I was in school, they definitely did teach civics. I had a civics class. I was decent at it, not terribly great, but I got by, and they definitely showed many, many, many times. I hated it. That I'm just the Bill Schoolhouse Rock stuff. I felt like it was dated at the time, but I think that the problem is that people don't have applicable applicable science to what's going on in the government. They can be told all these things, but because they don't interact with it every day, or they don't know what specific ways they interact with it in, they do not retain that information, and they just completely drown it out and blame the president, and then that's it.
Yeah, it's a lot of laziness in there, but this malaise is created by that whole ecosphere. I mean, that goes along with electing the least capable people among us and then letting them kind of adopt the role of leader versus representative, and it all kind of goes downhill from there. We got to get rid of them all.
And that's how you end up with Hakeem Jeffries.
Yeah, he's disappointing as hell, man. I wish I could support him, but man, I don't know.
Yeah, me
I haven't
too.
thrown
I mean,
him completely
I
away
kind of
yet.
hope that someone younger in there would have been a good thing, but he's going and making backroom deals with Jared Kushner and then using Act Blue donation money, assuming, because that's where they take a lot of their money for their campaigning stuff. They're taking that money and telling their social media presence or their social media supporters, influencers, how about you go make the argument on Twitter or whatever saying, well, if you weren't so against Mamdani meeting with the president privately, then why are you against Hakeem Jeffries meeting with Jared Kushner privately? When those aren't even the same thing.
No, it's a false equivalency. But, that's he's a terrorist thing, and it's all that, the visuals, it's all that stuff. Cam, we appreciate you, man. Take it easy. Go to bed
Thank
at night,
you,
man.
Cam.
Get a nap or something, okay?
Sure. Thank you. You too.
Okay, man. Take care.
Hi.
At that calling hotel. What kind of craziness is that? You call them hotels? Move the furniture
Cam
around?
needs to make me a website. He can whip one up in like 10 minutes.
What? Move the furniture? Really? The ants are fighting outside? Come on, man. Man, I like craziness, but that's like...
It's terrorism.
Yeah, that's wow, man. Go easy, bro. Go easy, man.
We like Cam, though.
They can't, man. They can't, man. All right, y'all. Let's see who we got left. We got Al next.
We'll
Al,
be
don't
right
go anywhere.
back.
We got you next, Al. Stay tuned for more of the Family Meeting.
Hi, this is Jeff Lee, Eric's boy from HU. Keep listening to the Family Meeting.
Hey, Family Meeting cousins. As you know, we've created a Patreon Family Meeting subscription and membership page to include you great listeners in our effort and give you a chance to very economically promote your business, organization, or local event. You can contribute as little as $5 per month to get your message out and support the Family Meeting as a viable voice. We know you appreciate our permanent interest dialogue, get up and dance playlist, and our great guests who stop by. So become a cousin and go to our website, tfmradioshow.com, and click the link.
A Single K plan is a 401k plan designed especially for business owners and immediate family, regardless if they are incorporated or not. Single Ks offer both employer and employee contributions and in many cases have no setup fee or annual plan administrative charges. Single Ks are simple to administer with no government reporting required. Most importantly, this plan allows employees to access their savings via hardship withdrawals or loans. Visit our website at polarisadvice.com or call us about your business or organization's retirement plan at 312-951-2606 or email us at polarisadvice.com. That's 312-951-2606 or email us at polarisadvice.com. Polaris provides empowering advice for everyone.
Securities offered through Lion Street Financial LLC, member FINRA, and SIPC. Investment advisor services offered through Lion Street Advisors LLC, registered investment advisors. Polaris Wealth Management and Lion Street Financial are not affiliated.
Yeah. I got to breathe.
Give me that bass.
I remember when they broke the wall. Mid-December when we faced the storm. Sell my shade and say it's against
Hi,
the
this is
law.
Attorney Cannon Lambert. Go to my website, www.getthecannon.com. Welcome back to the Family Meeting.
Yeah, y'all. So the argument today, the discussion today is what is a Democrat? I think you need to ask that for yourself. I'm advocating for people to not proclaim yourself to be a part of one of these political gangs.
And I am not.
I'm certainly not. Michelle's not going to do that, you see. She's not going to do that. She's going to be over there with the gang. The gang.
There's no shame in it.
Running the streets, robbing and stealing with the gang. She's going to be out there with them doing that thing. If you see Michelle coming, it's a problem. Go the other way, man. She's going to do like Bernie Mac and say,
The
who
only
you
way
with?
you'll see Eric is him wandering around with no direction.
Okay, I got to be part of a gang to have erection?
I didn't say that. Did I say that? Did I say that?
You implied that.
I didn't say that.
I don't know where I'm going. I just want to die. Which way is up, George? Come on, man. On that crazy stuff, man. Hey, did I tell you? I'm going to be back at the Embassy Cigar Lounge again. What's that date? It's the first Wednesday in September, which is September 2nd.
All right.
That's right. That's right.
Look at you. It's become a regular thing.
Well, they keep saying, you do that thing, man. People like the vibe. So.
Okay, so it might be a regular gig instead of just a summer gig.
It's not a gig. It's going to end at some point. Y'all better get it while I'm doing it because my attention span is not that long. But in the meantime, as they say, in the meantime, in between time, baby. Okay, let's get Al in here. Oh, my God. Yeah, that's the pimp laugh. You ever heard that before?
Yes, I have.
Because you're from Kansas City, right? That's right. Kansas City pimps. That's right. What's up, Al?
Hi.
Hi,
how
Al.
you doing,
Good,
Michelle and Eric?
Good, Al.
Let's see. Well, this is all a big game, and that's the problem. And we have Democrats playing the game right now, and sometimes they have to a little, but we're finding out that some of the real progressives that aren't playing the game are doing better. I'm gonna the guy. I'm not gonna try names. So I'm gonna forget him. But the guy running for Senate in Minnesota, and Mayor Mondambi, and Texas Paul. I don't know if you know of him, but his take on this was that one of the reasons that Hakeem did this was because if he had gone along with Medicare for all, then all these companies that are out there that don't want Medicare for all was going to start throwing money at his campaign and throwing money at
his opponent,
other people.
Right.
And he didn't want that to happen. And so he could have handled it a lot better and should have, but we think he's still on our side. And then who's and then your other point was who's a Democrat? Somebody that cares about everybody. And we're not, and these people care. They don't always play their cards right or do it right. We're all fallible. But as Michelle says, once we get all these primaries done, we have to go with the Democrats. And our major problem is we have never had enough Democrats in there. And we've done a lot of good when we had the House and the Senate and the presidency. But then, this monster we're up against right now makes everybody believe we aren't doing a good job. And then we go backwards, and we've done that too many times.
Yeah.
Okay, how's that for a rant?
You got it.
That was a good
You
one,
got it,
Al.
man.
That
You
was
can-
great.
You can get down off the box now and go have a drink. Thanks for that. We appreciate it, Al.
Thank you, Al.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.
It's going to be tough because they broached the $40 trillion deficit number, debt number. It's debt number, not deficit, debt. And I would encourage you all to write down, I don't even think you can type $40 trillion on a calculator, but I would encourage you to give it a shot. At least ask your Alexa device, hey, Alexa, what's $40 trillion times 5%, let's say. Because that's how much interest they got to pay on that. Anywhere from 4 to 6% is the last number I saw. And then compare that number to the annual budget for the federal government. See how that matches up. Imagine if your household had the proportionality of that. If you had $40 trillion in debt, $40 trillion with a T, Tom, T, and you had to pay interest on that debt, but your income is a fraction of your debt payment. Then what? Then what do you do? What it does is it creates a situation where if you guys get out and vote and you elect Democrats to run everything, they're going to be faced with austerity. They're going to have to do something about that. They didn't cause it, but they're going to own it and have to do something about it. This is the game. This is the cycle.
Yep.
So, what do you do? What do you do if your household was in that kind of debt situation? What do you do? Declare bankruptcy? Can't do that. That would create an economic disaster that we've never seen before.
Well, I don't care.
I mean, here's the thing about this country, though. The last I looked, and I used to keep track of this, there was not one treaty that this country ever stuck to. So, as a country, your country, if they make a deal with you, you can't rely on them to follow through with it. They don't keep treaties.
Well, now we know for sure with this administration. I don't know why people listen to anything he says anymore.
Yeah, we break treaties all the time. And so now you're unreliable. Your finances are all jacked up. Imagine if you had a cousin like that, right? He always lying to you.
I do.
Yeah. and you got way too much debt. His money all jacked up. I mean, do you want to roll with him? Y'all go out to eat. He ain't never got no money. You got to pay for everything. That's the dude you want to be with? He owe you money now. I'm not going to pay you. Ever. I'm never going to pay you. Yeah, I'll make a deal with you. I'm not going to stick with that deal. I just told you that. I'm not going to do that. Look at your boy declaring economic war on Canada. On Canada. Oh, my gosh. Come on,
that
man.
Relationship is a wash. It's
Come
over.
on, man. Think about how stupid that is and how the media responds to it. Can you do that? Is that legal? What's the impact of him doing that? Instead of just saying, that's incredibly stupid. You can't. And so maybe there's some decorum in the media where you can't say something like that.
There's always a way you can say something without saying it the way you just said it.
I think that they need to say it the way I said it. I think they should invite me on television.
They're not even saying anything close to it, though.
They should invite me on MS Now so that I could say that's.
Why don't you give them a call,
stupid.
see if they'll
I'm not.
invite you.
I'm not. They won't have anything,
You never know.
I do know. They won't have me on.
You don't know. We'll send them a clip of you.
This whole hell no! Don't let that dude come in here. No, don't let that dude get in. Don't even let him in the building. So I mean, listen, y'all are up against something that is unprecedented. This election, it ain't gonna be smooth. These people are craven and depraved, and they will not let this thing go down like you think it's gonna go down. They will not let it go down. They would rather have disruption and disarray and blood in the streets before they let you win. And you can't tiptoe around that. That's who these people are. We know these people. We, black people, know these people. They will kill everybody before they let you prevail. Now what you do about it? Are the people that you're electing, are they ready to stand up for it? I wonder. Okay, I've said enough. Off my soapbox now.
Do you feel better?
No. Need to go find me some weed.
There's a dispensary down the street.
Is there? Okay.
They always have something on sale.
Oh, you know them well?
Yes.
That's right. That's right. Y'all see who Michelle is, right? You see who this is? You see who she is? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Imagine her and drunk-ass Adrian in the same room together. Picture that.
It happens all the time.
That's right. And I got to be here for it. And y'all wonder why I got kidney bonitis. Come on, man. I'm just saying. Okay, well, we'll wrap it up then. We'll call it a day.
All right.
Move on to the thing and do stuff and whatnot and carry it on.
Okay. I'm just glad you and Tiffany got here. I'm really happy about that.
Hey, Bobby, thanks for the help, man.
Devin.
See, he waved because his name is Bobby. I'm
His
telling
name
you.
is Devin.
Bobby Longstroke, man. All right, y'all. That's all the time we have. I want to thank you for yours. Tune into the family meeting every Sunday at 4. I'm your host, Eric Grant. Peace.
Sweet dress to kill. You got me open